God, no. Put it back
Oh.
on.
Oh, you'll be on fixcarver.com.
Okay, we'll wait.
I'm glad that didn't get on.
Perfect
Apologize.
job, though,
Take it
Jen.
easy,
You really
take-
did.
yeah,
Yeah, you
relax.
did too.
I just finished that one.
Behind,
It's okay.
Okay. At this time, we will open the April 3rd, 2013 meeting of the Carver Conservation Commission. And our first item on the order of business is an appointment with Matt Rhodes for discussion of farm plan with Edgewood Boggs.
Matt, you want to come up? Yeah, come on up. And I believe everyone has a copy of what Matt is proposing in their folders. Oh, that's the trick chair for applicants. Sorry, Matt.
Maybe I picked the wrong chair.
Sorry. So I just gave you this so you can follow along, but I'm going to let Matt kind of explain what it is he is proposing.
Essentially what it is a squaring off of a cranberry bog, and it's in the corner of one of our man-made irrigation areas, so it's the squaring of the bog and the formation of a dike area. We felt it falls under our normal farm exemptions, so, but we still followed through. You know, it's in our farm plan, but it was still our responsibility to check with federal and state regulations. So we notified Army Corps of Engineers so that they have it on record. They're fine with it based on the amount of square footage, but it still has to be made a note to them, so that's in the file as well. They actually gave it a number, and they were in contact with NRCS and Len Reno, so they know exactly what it is. And then we had discussions with the state, and unfortunately, it's Gary McCutch.
McCutch, yeah.
And we went back and forth, and his feeling was it fell under exemption. And he felt, versus him writing a letter, he just said, you know, write me your question in an email, and I'll respond as an email. And I felt, I had visited with Sarah back in the fall about the project based on NRCS recommendation. And in order to get a comfort zone for the board and for Sarah, I needed to address the state and federal agencies, which we did. It took us about 4 or 5 months, but here we are. And, you know, I get it, but I want to do it so once we can move forward, we're not, you know, looking over our shoulder. So that's the presentation. We feel it falls under normal farm practices for squaring off a bog. And that's our presentation, but we wanted to give a full package here so that everybody is aware of our project.
And at the end of your little packet there on this project, I think you'll find an email that David Cadell wrote to me, where he basically lets us know that as of right now, it's less than 5,000 square feet, so all Matt really had to do was fill out the permit. They don't even need anything in writing from the Army Corps, although you do have an email from them, which is nice.
Yes, yeah. They were very helpful.
Yeah. So, and obviously, if he goes to do more, they would add the square footage onto what he's done now, but at least he's letting Matt know what the process is. This is the first time they've seen this.
Okay.
Just
No, that's
looking.
fine. I think if, it's just the process we've used more so in other towns. If we feel we still have an exemption, we still put a notice forward to the town, so if you receive the phone call, at least you can say that you're aware of the project.
Yep. Good idea.
Some of the other towns we've farmed in more urban areas like Pembroke and Hanson, it was pretty much standard practice, because you just have a lot more, they're not as aware of farming practices.
Right.
Well, I don't see any problems with it. Does anybody, any of the commissioners have any questions? Perhaps we should move to find it exempt. I think that's the best
Make a
thing.
motion that this activity is exempt under 310 CMR 1004.
And can we have a second on that,
I'll
please?
second it.
It's been moved and seconded, find the proposed operation for Edgewood Bogs to be exempt under 310 CMR, et cetera. And if all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any alternatives? Nope, fine, it's passed. Passed unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I go?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Thanks very much for coming. Appreciate it.
Heavy duty. Where's Dookie couldn't come today, eh?
Yeah. So that's exempt under, I don't know if you got the number, 310.
310 CMR 1.
10.04.
But thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
It was 4-0. Okay. So, let's see, do we have minutes? You see? There we are. Minutes of March 6th. If you want to take a look at the minutes of March 6th, we can go over those. Marcus Baptiste. Does anyone have any questions about the minutes?
I think that one short line should be added on page 1, the second paragraph before it says Judy moved to close the hearing, seconded by Jen, because I know there were abutters present. So, and I think that you should probably say there were no public comments or something like that, because
Okay.
nobody seemed to have any questions, so.
So after everything was stated correctly, there were no public comments. Okay. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to find the minutes acceptable as amended.
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded to accept the minutes of March 6, 2013 as amended. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Pass unanimous. 4-0. I have the flyer in the packet for Earth Day for Buzzards Bay Expo. going to be held down at Fairhaven. Did you see that? Dan, they got on geocaching. Class on that.
No, there's a couple of them on Savory's.
Mm-hmm.
Shirtliff.
Yeah, there's one down in the Union Church area, too. Just,
All over the place.
and there's one up at the coal box, which is getting vandalized regularly, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So the Earth Day Expo for Buzzards Bay will be held August 20th, 2013, at
April 20th.
April 20th. Thank you, April 20th. Okay.
Okay.
That other was not Earth Day. Okay. April 20th, 2013, 10, it says 10 p.m. I think that should be a.m., right?
AM,
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
10
Okay.
AM to 4 PM.
10 a.m.
10 to 4.
Yep. 10 to 4 in Fairhaven at the Fairhaven Senior Center. And for information, people can call 508-998-0202. Yes, that concludes our other business. And we were scheduled to have a hearing, but it's been, it's not happening because notices were not sent out properly, so
Oh,
it's
the
just.
abutters weren't notified.
Yeah, okay.
And if I may, Mr.
Yes, go
Chair,
ahead.
I took the opportunity, because I don't know, I know some of you have these and some of you might not, but I took the opportunity to copy the local bylaw as well as the page under the wetlands regulations that it talks about this. Because under the regulations, an applicant can can notify abutters by either certified mail or what's called certificates of mailing. And apparently these, the engineers for this applicant did a certificate of mailing, which would be fine, except that our bylaw says it has to be certified mail or hand delivery. So, and so they decided just to re-advertise and do it right,
Yeah.
the right way, so,
A certificate of mailing only shows that it was mailed. It doesn't show that it was delivered.
okay.
So that's the
Oh, I see.
weakness there.
Okay, okay. So I have copies of this here if anyone wants them.
So,
We'll include them in our records.
basically, we have no further business. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to remark upon?
One of these into here.
Yeah,
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, yeah.
Any opposed?